can't happen here. But it did. Last year.
We the people in a peacetime year lost over 10,000 killed and 40,000 injured. We the people in a peacetime year lost thousands and thousands of homes, schools, hospitals, factories, and churches. Losses the nation can replace only at tremendous cost. In peacetime, we the people on thousands of our farms lost buildings, equipment, and harvests. Harvests which are sorely needed to feed the hungry all over the world. And finally, we the people lost 31 million acres of timber. Timber that would cover the whole of New York State. Timber enough to build 140,000 desperately needed homes. It's a tragic story. A story that often begins like this. Or maybe the story begins like this. Or again, the story begins like this. Here's another way the story often begins.
Hello. Hello, Virginia.
And here's still another beginning. Yes, and here's one more beginning. Gasoline, invisible fumes, an open flame. The danger? Well, watch this experiment. You don't see any vapors, but they're there all right. A powerful light reveals their shadow on a white wall. See how these vapors flow out of the container and how they spread. Fumes of gasoline, benzene, and naphtha, when they mix with air, are a powerful explosive. And when they reach an open flame, every minute of the day and night, all year long, there's a fire. Every hour of the day and night, all year long, one person dies and 4 are maimed by fire. And 50,000 killed and injured. Crimes of carelessness. But we, the people who commit them, can also prevent them. Don't put out cigarettes in waste baskets. Have ashtrays, or better yet, smoking stands. A lot of them, and use them. You can smoke in your car. It's safe. But don't throw the butt out the window and destroy another 500,000 acres of forests. Don't let your child maim himself. Even safety matches can be plain murder in the hands of a youngster. Ask yourself how you'd feel if your child... Well, you get the idea. And electrical appliances, they're perfectly safe to use. But you do have to turn them off when you leave. Now about those signs, no smoking. There's only one reason for them. To protect your life and the lives of others who work with you. If you can't take your things to the cleaners, only cleaning fluids approved by the underwriters' laboratories. They don't explode. Safety rules, after all, are just common sense. Unless you're a skilled electrician, don't attempt your own repairs. You're asking for trouble. Defective cords and plugs. Makeshift wires. And extension cords under carpets and rugs are bad fire hazards. You're asking for trouble, too, when you let rubbish pile up in the basement, in closets, or in the attic. Junk burns too easily. And electric lights are a lot safer to see by than candles or any other open flame. Another common sense rule is to have your heating plant put in good condition at least once a year before the heating season begins. Oil burners, stokers, furnaces, stoves, and pipes that don't work right cause a lot of fires every year. And that fireplace you like so well. It'll keep the sparks from popping out and setting carpets and clothing afire. And don't smoke in bed. You went to bed because you were tired, so you'll probably fall asleep. Too many people have gone to sleep forever by smoking in bed. Stopping fires is a matter of following simple rules, but observing them would avoid 3 fires out of 4. You can be sure that the men whose job it is to protect your life and property will welcome your cooperation. You're protected by expert fire departments, by well-trained men, always ready on a moment's notice to come to your aid. And this is their ammunition, water. And pumping stations distribute that water to hydrants all over your community. And up-to-date fire alarm systems bring the firemen to your house in a matter of minutes. But the efficiency of all these services depends on you reporting the fire promptly. That's why it's important for you and your family to know where the nearest fire alarm box is. And incidentally, if you should turn in an alarm, be sure to wait by the box till the fire engines arrive, so you can quickly show them where the fire is. It's important, too, for you to have the number of the fire department handy near your telephone. Of course, in many communities, you need only call the operator. Half the battle would be won if small blazes could be checked before they become disasters of death and destruction. When will this appalling rate of death and destruction come to an end? That is the challenge. A challenge to every man, woman, and child in the United States. How will you meet this challenge?
Fire, the fifth horseman, brings death to one American every 48 minutes. Fires last year killed 11,000 people, made 400,000 families homeless, destroyed property worth $700 million. 3 fires out of 4 never would have happened if their victims had followed only the simplest rules of safety. Clear out the fire hazard in your cellar. Have your heating equipment inspected. Always leave cigarette butts safe. Throw away worn electric wiring. Keep the phone number of your fire department in plain sight. Find out the location of your nearest fire alarm box. Stop fire, the fifth horseman. Join now in your community's Fire Prevention Week. Prevent fires, save lives.